It's Ronnie, licensed real estate agent in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania, back for another video. Now, this one is rare. It's been a while since we've had a grant. Now, for anybody out there that's been watching my channel for a while, I always preach the word grant because grants you do not have to pay back. I'm going to first go over the details, the pros and cons, and how to actually implement this in the real market. But without further ado, let's get to it. This grant is from the FHLB. It is called the 2025 Affordable Housing Program Grant. Now, there are two different grants. There's one for $17,500 and there's another for $20,000. Now, the one for $17,500 is just for regular first-time home buyers. You cannot have owned a home in the previous 3 years. And let me add to that. If you are on anyone's deed, like a parent, a grandparent, a friend, a family member, you are technically not a first-time home buyer and you should be removed before you try to get access to a program like this. Now, the $20,000 is for first responders, healthcare workers, firefighters, veterans, police officers, and that one is called the Community Partners Program. Now, this program is for low to moderate income families. The household income has to be less than 80% of the HUD published county area median income or state median family income adjusted for family size. $1,000 minimum home buyer contribution toward eligible product transaction. Borrower can receive no more than $250 cash back at closing. Available on home purchase loans only. Must complete home buyer counseling program provided by designated counseling provider. Must own and occupy the property for a minimum of 5 years. Must open a bank account with Carter Bank and Trust. Now that I've gotten past the eligibility portion, let's talk about the pros and cons. Obviously, the first pro is this is a grant. It is forgivable. You do not have to pay it back. However, with this grant, it is prorated. So you have to hold on to the home for 5 years in order for the money to completely disappear. So for example, if you borrowed $5,000, $1,000 would disappear every year and that second lien will be removed from the home. Now, the second pro of using this program, there is no interest rate increase. With a lot of down payment assistance, there is an increase in the interest rate. Now, the third pro on this, you can use this to reduce your principal, pay your closing costs, or to cover your down payment. And the fourth, you can use any additional funds that you may have of your own to do an interest rate buy down, a permanent interest rate buy down. Now, here are the cons of this program. This program is first come, first serve only, and it starts on February 24th of 2025. These funds may only last about a week or two. So anybody that is interested, this program is really for someone that is actively or ready to, purchase a home. And in order to get access to it, you have to have a home under contract. And I'll get to that in a second, but let me finish going over the cons. The lenders need 40 to 45 days to close. This is not good. The reason why, if you are actively going after a home and you are competing against other buyers, most programs that don't use down payment assistance, most mortgage programs can close anywhere between 10, 15, and 20 days. Unfortunately, real estate, especially with sellers, is all about the money. The fastest they can get the money and the most money that they can get. And sometimes a 40 to 45 day close isn't as attractive as a 10, 15, or 20 day close. Now, the next con is you are not guaranteed this money, unfortunately, because of how fast it runs out. There's one pot for all 50 states. So my advice to anyone that wants to use this program, you need to have a plan, right? So for example, on the 25th, you need to be having a contract that is being submitted. Now, let me go into the actual strategy of this, right? I get a lot of phone calls from people that have homes under contract and then start looking for down payment assistance. And it doesn't work that way because a lot of down payment assistance is lender specific. And then if you already have a lender and you're already under contract, that lender may not even have their own down payment assistance. And 9 times out of 10, they may not even be registered to administer any down payment assistance. So before you actually put a contract in on a home, have a game plan first. Understand how much money you need. Where is that money going to come from? Whether it's from out of your pocket, out of your retirement, or from a down payment assistance program. And, strategize yourself, your real estate agent, hopefully it's me, and your lender before you actually put a contract on the home. I get phone calls, text messages, and emails every day from people that are 10 days from closing but don't have the money for their down payment because they didn't strategize beforehand. I'm telling you, strategize and understand how these programs work and what program you're going to use beforehand. Now, in reference to this program, it opens on the 25th. Okay, one pot for the entire United States. So you're going to have people submitting on the 25th, right? And it could run out that day, right? But these programs normally, this FHLB, they normally run out within a week or 2 weeks, right? As soon as they open, because you're going to have thousands of people submitting to get access to this small pot of money. So if you're somebody that is actively looking, I advise you to have a game plan and plan to, have something under contract on or right after the 25th of February. Now, here's the other thing. Because of the time that it takes for this to close, 40 to 45 days, this is kind of similar to the NACA program, right? The NACA program, as far as the wait time, takes, 35 plus days. These do not work in hot markets, okay? So, for example, PG County, right? And a home first comes on the market, on a Saturday morning, and it has 100 buyers that come see this property. 9 times out of 10, that property is going to get 10, 15, or 20 offers. And you coming in the door with an offer that has a 40 to 45 day close window, it is not going to work out in your favor. One thing about real estate is speed sometimes trumps price. Okay. If you can get closed or a loan closed in 10 days, you will always beat somebody that's going to take 40 to 45 days. It's not as attractive. So this is just something to consider. This is a great loan or a great product for, let's say, for example, if you're looking in Baltimore City or Baltimore County, where the on market time is a lot higher. Homes are sitting on the market for 60 days or 90 days. These loans will work perfect in those situations. If a seller has already been on market for 90 days, well, what is another 40 or 45 days, right? Versus a home that's been on market for one day that's going to have, it's going to be popular on the internet. You're going to have hundreds of buyers coming through on a Saturday, on a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. And then by Monday, they have a dozen or more offers that are really quick loan processes. And that puts you at a disadvantage. So when it comes to this program, again, it works in certain markets, certain market conditions, but don't expect it to work on what we call hot homes, like how you see on Zillow or Redfin. And it's like, this is new, and it's nicely renovated and it's in a perfect location. You are really going to be competing with people that, aren't using down payment assistance. So some may be using, conventional loans where they're putting down 20, 25% and they can close in 8 days, right? It is very hard to beat that with a program like this and a program like the NACA program, okay? But I just wanted to bring you all this program. It opens on February 25th. There's only select lenders that have access to this. Not every lender has access to this. But if you're at all interested in purchasing a home in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania area, feel free to reach out to me. I appreciate you all watching. I hope this information helps. Thanks for watching.